I always thought the worst thing about my marriage was the way my wife clung to her phone after midnight, whispering in the hallway, claiming it was her work friend with another office emergency. I'd roll over, grind my teeth, and tell myself to trust her, or at least trust her enough not to start a fight at 2 a.m. But everything changed the night I came home early from a late shift and heard her laugh, low and soft, leaking through the bathroom door. When I pushed it open, she didn't even flinch, just stared at me with those wide, guilty eyes, the phone still pressed to her ear. The next morning, I pressed her for answers, and the lies tumbled out. She said it was nothing, just work. I was paranoid, I needed to calm down. But her hands shook as she poured her coffee, and she wouldn't look at me. I started noticing little things, receipts for 2 at restaurants I'd never been to, a cologne I'd hated lingering on her scarf, her sudden insistence that we needed space. My gut twisted every time she left the room, every time she brushed off my questions. I thought maybe she was cheating, maybe with someone from the office, but nothing prepared me for the truth that slammed into me days later. I overheard her on the porch, voice soft and urgent, saying, "We just have to wait a little longer. He'll understand, eventually." It was my father's name she said next, the one person I hadn't spoken to in years, not since he walked out on us and started a new life across town. My blood ran cold. When I confronted her, she didn't deny it. She'd been talking to him for months, meeting him in secret, plotting a future together. My wife and my father. The betrayal was so complete, it almost felt like a joke. Here's the twist: I realized I'd spent so long hating my father, blaming him for everything wrong in my life, that I'd turned into the same cold, distant man I swore I'd never be. My wife wasn't just running away from me, she was running toward the version of me I'd buried under resentment and silence. The affair was the final blow, but the damage had started long before. I could rage at them, but the truth is, I'd already lost her to the shadows of my own making.